Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and check that beautiful shot out from up in Lake Wenatchee. Still beautiful up there, still smoky though, and we are seeing one of the smokiest days in the Wenatchee area that we've seen all year long. I think it's pretty safe to say it is the smokiest day. Can't even see the foothills around the Wenatchee area, but still nice up at the Lake Wenatchee area from our Sky-Fi tower cam. Now let's get to what we're seeing as far as warnings go. Red flag warning for almost all of central and eastern Washington. In fact, that red flag warning extends all the way through Montana. It's dry out there, folks, and we will see our red flag warning until 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. And the reason? Lightning. And the reason for that is because we're seeing a cold front move through tonight, and that will kick off thunderstorms. That's right, we have a chance for isolated thunderstorms here in the Wenatchee area. The area is in red, a little bit better shot at some thunderstorms, but the problem with these, we could see gusty winds accompanying these storms as well as lightning. And boy, we don't need either one of those. Hopefully, if we do see thunderstorms, we will also see some rain, and we will have your complete weekend weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. First of all, an iconic Stevens Pass Eatery is making a much anticipated comeback, and the Greater Wenatchee Area Technology Alliance, or GWATA, announced yesterday the finalists for the 2018 Innovator Awards. But first, we begin tonight. The Cougar Creek Fire burning near Entiat is now at 12,542 acres and is 5% contained. Fire managers are preparing residents living in the Entiat and Chumstick valleys for a lot of activity this weekend. Fire Information Officer Shannon Prather says the focus will be on structure protection and creating more contingency lines.
We are planning for contingency lines outside of this area, and we're planning, we still have structure protection in the Entiat Valley going on. Heavy presence in there today, and moving around, heavy presence over in Chihuahua Pines and the community of Plain. So you'll see those guys out and about assessing structures in the immediately threatened areas, and so those guys are going to continue that structure protection and removing any defensible space fuels that are needed in there.
Chelan County Emergency Management has raised the evacuation levels in the Entiat Valley in connection with the Cougar Creek Fire. Entiat River Road, from Mad River Road to the end of Entiat River Road, where approximately is milepost 25, is now at a level 3 evacuation. Mad River Road, including Ardenvor, is now at a level 2. Entiat River Road, from Crum Canyon to Mad River Road intersection on both sides of the road, are now at a level 1. Both sides of Crum Canyon Road are at a level 1. Meanwhile, a red flag warning has been extended through Saturday, triggering increased concerns over wildfires in the area. Steve Bodner is the fire weather forecaster on the Cougar Creek Fire.
We will have a little bit of winds, potentially in the afternoon, mainly up on the exposed ridge tops, some gusts 20 to 25. But for the most part, the big day is going to be Friday. We do have a cold front coming in. We're going to start off fairly warm and dry through much of the day, but after about 1400 hours we'll be looking for winds to switch around to the west coming out of this way, and by the evening hours 5 p.m. onward we'll be looking for some strong winds to develop, continue through the evening hours, come down a little bit by Saturday morning, and then crank back up again Saturday afternoon. Speeds, we're looking at sustain up on those ridge tops anywhere from 15 to 25 miles an hour, possibly up to 30. Gusts will be strong, 35 to 40 miles an hour as well.
The estimated containment date for the Cougar Creek Fire is September 15th. An iconic Stevens Pass Eatery is making a much anticipated comeback. After a fire destroyed the popular 59er diner along Highway 2 at Coles Corner 2 years ago, owner Joe Kanata vowed to rebuild the diner, and the project has been completed. Kanata says the new 59er diner was constructed in Atlanta, Georgia by the Fry Moss Company, is currently in transit. The new diner will arrive via 5 tractor trailers now traveling cross-country.
Passed through Arkansas yesterday, and it's headed our way. It should arrive in Idaho on Monday. Somewhere between Wyoming and Idaho is where we think it is. And so we're going to be keeping an eye on that, because when it gets to Leavenworth, we have a couple of car clubs that are interested in escorting it up to its final spot. So we'll have a bit of a parade going through Leavenworth, I think.
The 59er Diner food truck currently operating in Coles Corner will continue to serve burgers and shakes during the assembly of the new diner. Cranes will start putting the diner sections in place starting on Thursday, August 16th. Opening day is expected to be in the fall of this year. Well, the Greater Wenatchee Area Technology Alliance, or GWATA, announced yesterday the finalists for the 2018 Innovator Awards. The finalists for Entrepreneur of the Year are Beth Dews of Threads, David Kaler of Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Kevin and Kyle Cox from the business Kokshire. The finalists for Innovative Tech Business of the Year are iSpyfire, Acor Technology, and PetHub. Finalists were also announced for Problem Solving Innovator of the Year, Future Tech Leader of the Year, and STEM Educator of the Year. GWATA invites the community to attend the Innovator Awards luncheon on September 26th at the Wenatchee Convention Center to help recognize all 33 nominees and finalists and hear the announcement of the recipient of each award. Coming up next, a decision was made last night by the Wenatchee City Council whether or not to change the way City Council members are elected. A slowdown reported last month in the Wenatchee area real estate market, and repair work this weekend will force the closure of southbound traffic on the Wenatchee River Bridge, which could cause some traffic delays. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Hi, Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. When you think of Alpine Air in Wenatchee, think of professional, friendly customer service for all your heating and cooling needs. Alpine Air partners with Carrier, manufacturers of some of the best heating and air conditioning equipment available today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Visit our store in Wenatchee, meet our people, see our shop. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Hello, and what is up? Welcome to Career Shift Business Edition. I've got 3 choices: certificate, associates, and bachelor's. I'm going associates. And I'm enrolled. Stay alert, this game moves pretty fast. Whoa, exams almost did me in. I'm back on track and picking up speed. And I'm in the home stretch. Degree complete, and I'm ready to go to work. Charter helped me make that career shift. Your turn.
Welcome back. In another news, a decision was made last night by the Wenatchee City Council whether or not to change the way City Council members are elected. After 2 years of discussion, presentations, and public input, the Wenatchee City Council tonight decides whether to change the city's form of governance. The City Council chose from 3 options: 7 voting districts in Wenatchee, which is 1 council member per district, 5 voting districts with 2 at-large candidates, or keep the current system of 7 at-large council members. In the end, by a vote of 6-1, the council voted to adopt the 5-district, 2 at-large candidates for the Wenatchee City Council moving forward.
In favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. 6 in favor, 1 against.
But council members were not without reservation concerning the new voting plan.
I also think it's not healthy to have a community divided. And I don't think it's healthy to weaken one group to strengthen another. I think if we rise together. I think that's a better way to build bridges.
I understand that, and I have no problem with going to districts. Look at the history of this city. You go back, in the 19-teens and 20s, we had wards. The city was divided up into wards. I guess there's a part of me that sort of looks at this and says, as kind of a solution in search of a problem.
I asked a lot of different people within the community what they thought because I just wanted more input. And overwhelmingly, it was, we need to do this. It's the right thing to do. I'm worried about it. It's new, it's different. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if it's going to work. We don't know what we're going to do if it doesn't work. But I think we need to go down this road.
The change was proposed to establish districts that have equal representation in the city council. Moving the council positions to districts will give better representation to the legal voting population within each district and reduce the possibility for gerrymandering. District lines are drawn based on population and have to be continuous with no breaks or islands. Districts will also effectively give representation to the growing Latina population in Wenatchee. From Wenatchee City Hall, Grant Olson, NCW Life News. A slowdown was reported last month in the Wenatchee area real estate market. During the month of July, the Wenatchee area had a 28% decrease of single-family home sales when compared to July of 2017. Pacific Appraisal and Associates reports in their monthly industry snapshot report that comparing year to date, there have been 5% more sales than last year. New listings has reached a total of 811. That's 6% above last year's count of 766. Meanwhile, the median sale price of a home in the Wenatchee market has climbed 13% to $325,000, while the average sales price is up 15% to nearly $335,000. Well, repair work this weekend will force the closure of the southbound traffic on the Wenatchee River Bridge, which could cause some traffic delays. Southbound traffic into Wenatchee will be redirected onto the northbound lane of the bridge, which will function as a two-way road. The on-ramp coming from Penny Road will also be closed, and on-ramp traffic will be detoured north to the Highway 2 and 97 and Easy Street intersection. Crews will be removing the asphalt surface, repairing the concrete deck, and repaving the deck with asphalt. Work will begin at 9 o'clock tonight and should wrap up by 6 a.m. on Monday. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Sir, I pulled you over today to ask you one thing. Is it true that Apple Valley Honda has a free lifetime warranty on every new Honda?
Officer, I'm glad you asked. Our lifetime warranty comes free on all of our new Hondas. That means you won't have to pay a dime for any major expenses. That could save you thousands. And no, you do not have to service with us. It's a great peace of mind, officer.
Wow, my wife and I have wanted the new Accord. We'll see you this weekend.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a good finally Friday, Lakewood's R.J. Mankey fired a final round 6 under 64 to win the WSGA Men's Amateur Championship by 2 strokes at Gamble Sands yesterday. Mankey was in a 4-way tie for second heading into Thursday's final round and was paired with the leader through the first 2 rounds, Brian Mogg. Mankey said his approach was to keep his mind quiet.
My whole process throughout the week is just think about as little as possible. So I just went out there, tried to not have many swing thoughts, not many thoughts over the putter. Just played my own game, and I like the back 9, so I felt confident that I could finish well, and I'm glad that I did.
Thanks to the WSGA for the video there. Second place goes to Fircrest's Michael Almonte at 3 under par. Third was Hayden Lake's Reed Hatley at 11 under. And there was a four-way tie for fourth at 10 under par between Alex Lee, Holden Bax, Kyle Cornett, and Ryan Main. By the way, 14-year-old Daniel Kim shot a final round even par 70. He tied for 28th. Watch out for that name in the future. Well, here's what we have on tap this weekend in the world of sports. The USSSA Eastern Washington Men's Regional Softball Tournament will be tomorrow and Sunday at Walla Walla Point Park. There's racing tomorrow night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Hageland's Trophies presents the Pro Late model with the Twin 50s. Also racing will be the Vintage Modifieds, Pro 4 Stocks, Street Stocks, that is, Thunder Cars and Bandoleros. Gates open at 5. The racing starts at 6 o'clock. Also tomorrow, if you want to watch some great football, the Wenatchee Valley Rams are in the semifinals of the Western Washington Football Alliance playoffs. They'll host the Spokane Wolfpack at 6 o'clock at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Well, speaking of football, the Seahawks lost their preseason opener to the Colts last night at Central League Field. 19-17 the final. There was some positives to take away from the game. Starting offense, led by Russell Wilson, looked pretty good as they moved the ball right down the field and scored. Wilson 4 of 5 for 43 yards and a touchdown to Nick Vanette. The offensive line blocked well, and Chris Carson looked good coming off his broken ankle a year ago with 4 carries and 26 yards. Colts fumbled the ball 7 times. Seattle only to recovered one of those, a 28-yard loss. They finally flopped out it in the end zone for a touchdown. Coach Pete Carroll happy to get a good look at a lot of people and sees there's plenty they can improve on.
I was really happy with the fact the offense went down the field. I thought they looked strong and right and on point. Russell moving well, got a couple runs, nice throws and catches and all that. So everything worked out fine there. Defense, a couple tackles getting started, but we had to go through this first game and figure out, the game speed and take a big step forward in the running and hitting part of this game. And so that has taken place. We looked to the young guys in this game. We played them a ton, and it was hard on them playing as much as they did, and we just got sloppy with it. But we saw so many good things and so much stuff from our guys. So we got a ton of great stuff out of this game, and we'll be able to go back to work and keep on putting it together.
Seahawks will return to training camp at the VMAC in preparation for their next preseason game a week from Saturday in Carson, California against the Chargers. Mariners gave Justin Verlander a rude awakening, lighting him up for 6 runs in 2 innings, 3 home runs as the Mariners beat the Astros 8-6 last night. Gene Segura, Mitch Haniger, and Denard Span all went deep off Verlander, who was tossed out of the game after 2 innings for arguing with the home plate umpire over the strike zone. Meanwhile, James Paxton pitched well enough on the mound to earn his 10th victory, going 5 2/3, allowing 4 runs, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts. 2 teams play again tonight at Minute Maid Park. Mike Leake going up against Garrett Cole. Back to the Les Schwab scoreboard for the rest of the American League West last night. And the A's were idle, so Seattle trails by 2.5 in that final American League wildcard playoff spot race. Only other team in action, the Rangers, who fell to the Yankees 7-3. Giancarlo Stanton set a StatCast mark with the highest exit velocity measured on his 28th home run. According to StatCast, his home run in the 5th inning left his bat at 121.7 miles per hour. They've been measuring that since 2015. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. In our features story tonight, the Junior Service League of Wenatchee has a new name and is looking for new members. On a recent visit to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, league members Corey Batista and Callie Klein explained why the Junior Service League of Wenatchee is now the Women's Service League of North Central Washington.
This organization has grown, all these huge events, so much money given back to the community to help those in need. And so rather than officially joining the Junior Leagues Associations, the membership decided to, keep all the money local, keep the group affordable and inclusive, membership dues, and keep people involved. And so this last year we had a group of people working very hard on a new logo and a new name. So now we are excited to announce that we are a Women's Service League of North Central Washington.
Yes, and there's always been some confusion with the junior part of the name. Do you have to be under a certain age to join? We have members ranging from 18 years to 90 years. So we wanted to include all women. We also wanted to broaden our reach. you know, we obviously are based in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, but we want to serve all the women of North Central Washington, all of the children of North Central Washington. So, you know, this year for Diaper Drive, for example, we're going up to Cashmere, we're trying to go up to Chelan. So we'll start kind of broadening that footprint too.
The Women's Service League begins their new year with a special event next week.
Summer Social is next Wednesday, so we're pretty excited. It's going to be out at Lisa B's, and it's the kickoff for our membership enrollment. We only take new members from August to November, so we want to start it off with a little bit of a party and invite women that are interested in joining. Even if you just want information, come and join us. We'll have committee members talking about all of the events that we do, so you can kind of get an idea of what we're about, and then hopefully join us.
And we'll be back with a recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Vominos junk haulers, big or small, they haul it all. Vominos junk haulers are experienced at hauling junk from your household items to yard and construction debris. That old hot tub and eyesore, Vominos, will make it Vominos. Recycling is a priority to Vominos junk haulers. They'll haul away your old appliances and electronics. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vominos Junk Haulers also rents trucks and trailers. Call Vominos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. The Cougar Creek Fire burning near Entiat is now at 12,542 acres and is 5% contained. Fire managers are preparing residents living in the Entiat and Chumstick valleys for a lot of activity this weekend. Fire Information Officer Shannon Prather says the focus will be on structure protection and creating more contingency lines.
We are planning for contingency lines outside of this area, and we're planning, we still have structural protection in the Entiat Valley going on. Heavy presence in there today, and moving around, heavy presence over in Chihuahua Pines and the community of Plain. So you'll see those guys out and about assessing structures in the immediately threatened areas, and so those guys are going to continue that structural protection and removing any defensible space fuels that are needed in there.
Chelan County Emergency Management has raised the evacuation levels in the Entiat Valley in connection with the Cougar Creek Fire. Entiat River Road from Mad River Road to the end of Entiat River Road, which is milepost 25, is now at a level 3. Mad River Road, including the town of Ardenvor, is now at a level 2. Entiat River Road from Crum Canyon to Mad River Road intersection on both sides of the road are now at a level 1. Both sides of Crum Canyon Road are also now at a level 1. Meanwhile, a red flag warning has been extended through Saturday, triggering increased concerns over wildfires in the area. Steve Bodner is the fire weather forecaster on the Cougar Creek Fire.
We will have a little bit of winds potentially in the afternoon, mainly up on the exposed ridge tops, some gusts 20 to 25. But for the most part, the big day is going to be Friday. We do have a cold front coming in. We're going to start off fairly warm and dry through much of the day, but after about 1400 hours, we'll be looking for winds to switch around to the west, coming out of this way. And by the evening hours, 5 p.m. onward, we'll be looking for some strong winds to develop, continue through the evening hours, come down a little bit by Saturday morning, and then crank back up again Saturday afternoon. Speeds, we're looking at Sustain up on those ridge tops anywhere from 15 to 25 miles an hour, possibly up to 30. Gusts will be strong, 35 to 40 miles an hour as well.
The estimated containment date for the Cougar Creek fire is September 15th. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and it's a lot of smoke out there today. Let's take a look outside our weather window, and not quite as bad, it doesn't look like, up in the upper valley around Lake Wenatchee. Beautiful green up there still, and still some haze and smoke around the mountaintops there, but not nearly as bad as in the valleys here in Wenatchee. Also Lake Chelan, it's very, very smoky today, and all the way up into Twist because of these fires and because of wildfires burning in California, and smoke is transiting up from the south and southwest. Let's take a look at what we're seeing now as far as our surface loop, and look at this. We've got our thunderstorm map back up because it is in our forecast, not so much for today, but as we move into our early morning hours of Saturday, a better chance. Even though the Weather Service isn't talking much about thunderstorms tomorrow, this is what this weather model shows for about 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. We could see some lightning in the Cascades to our west, and about a 20% chance that we will see thunderstorm activity here as well. And by the time we get into Sunday, it should be beautiful. That system will move off into Montana and the Dakotas. It will leave us with light winds, sunny skies, and temperatures in the mid-80s. Monday maybe approaching 90 degrees, but you can see our colors once again are beginning to darken up again, and that means hot weather is moving back. And by Tuesday, once again, we'll be in the low to mid-90s, and that kind of weather looks like will stick around through the rest of our next work week. Let's take a look at your quick lube and tune forecast now. Once again, a mild overnight low tonight of 71 degrees. Not going to make 104 today. In fact, we have been kind of stuck in the mid-90s today because of all that smoke. It will keep our temperatures down somewhat. And look at that cool down for Saturday. 20 degrees cooler, 83 tomorrow. It will be windy at times, out of the west, 10 to 20 miles an hour. We could even see gusts around 28 miles an hour on Saturday. A bit warmer for Sunday as we end our weekend at 86, and then back to the heat once again. Monday 91, 95 on Tuesday, all the way up to 96 Wednesday and 92 on Thursday. Once again, air quality alert is in place all the way through Monday now into Tuesday morning. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
Is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Lake Chelan Mailboxes is a small place with a lot to offer. Job one is shipping and receiving from A to Z. They pack it, they label it, they ship it. But did you know we also offer notary service, online computer access, legal forms, copies, greeting cards, and of course, mailboxes. Chelan Mailboxes is everything you need in one small package.
Looking for a hands-on, high-demand job? Now is the perfect time to get trained for a career in manufacturing. Washington currently has a shortage of skilled tradespeople, and retirements are making room for more. The machining program at Wenatchee Valley College is designed to give students the foundation to excel in this precision industry. Don't wait, there are only 15 spots left. A 2-year degree and a 1-year certificate are available. Learn more at wvc.edu/machining.